Sh0eOnHead situation got even worse. I have no idea how this is now day 4 of Hasan crashing out over a 3-minute segment and a 30-minute video about him, where all Sh0eOnHead did was just tell the truth about him. But we're now in, what is this, phase 4? Let's talk about it.
This is exactly what it's like with my haters.
Here we go. Haters, aka the people who tell the truth about you.
In the very unbelievably rare occasion, come up to me IRL.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
I would like to say I have never had a hater interaction face-to-face in my entire life. I have had nothing but good interaction, so. Oh, that's not true. I had one guy who came up to me really angry about my Genshin Impact takes in like TwitchCon 2024, 2023. And then at the end of the conversation, he was like, oh, wait, no, that makes sense. Okay, I didn't realize that. And then we were good. But I've never had a bad interaction with fans ever.
Behind closed doors, they're like, oh, I got him. One of them came up to me at the Web Summit. He's like, I'm an Asmongold fan.
Okay.
I'm going to troll you in real life. And I was like, okay, do you want a photo?
It just tickles my little balls. Also, that scenario just did not happen. Hey, Hasan, I'm an Asmongold viewer. Now I'm going to troll you. That just didn't happen. You can't even make the situation even remotely believable. This guy is completely full of shit. Let's keep going here.
Like,
Uh-huh.
yeah, yesterday. What's your beef with Sh0eOnHead? I was like, I don't have any. This is one-sided, you know?
One-sided. Hasan, this is now day 4 of you freaking the out on the Sh0eOnHead video. I would like to remind you that 3 days ago, you said that you would violently kill yourself if anybody else talked about the beef because you got obliterated that hard by one woman merely telling the truth. And your clapback was, yeah, well, I jerked off to your feet and your emo. Okay. But first, a word from today's sponsor. Recently, a jury ordered Meta and YouTube to pay millions for their role in designing and promoting addictive platforms. They knew their apps could contribute to anxiety, depression, and body image issues, but did not share those risks while prioritizing profits. The recent historic verdict underscores the consequences of those decisions. If you or your child spent years growing up on social media and experienced serious mental health struggles, you should hear this. Morgan & Morgan is stepping up to hold these platforms accountable for the harm they caused. You can use the link in my description or scan the QR code to take a short quiz to see if you qualify for a case. You may be entitled to a potential recovery of over $1,000. All right. Dude, just stop being so jealous that you got footmogged by Sh0e, bro. It's embarrassing.
As I've said over and over again, in the real world, where we can be in each other's physical spaces, the situation doesn't unfold in the way that you envisioned it, right? On the internet, you can be like, I have portrayed myself as cool, calm, and collected, and my interlocutor is angry, emotional, and therefore losing the argument. But in the real world, it's very different.
So do you mean that thing that you do every single stream where you do your fake laugh? Like, how are we calling this a one-sided beef when I'd like to remind you, you are now on a 4-day crash out because you got footmogged by an emo girl.
I noticed your 20-second mentions of some YouTubers turn into 1-hour videos responding to your crash outs. Yeah, they always do that.
Yeah. 20-second videos. Brother, this is 6 minutes and 10 seconds. I don't know what you want me to say. I would love for you to find me a YouTuber that has ever turned a 20-second clip of you onto a 1-hour video responding. But this scenario has never happened. Ever. Now, there might be a compilation of clips that people will respond to. However, there is no world where a 20-second clip got responded to for an hour. Now, Hasan, you got by Sh0e. She finished in you and she's finished on you. Title of the past 2 videos. This, I don't even know what to call it. Man, what is this? Sh0eOnHead finished all over you at this point? Where are we at in this series?
Yeah. Different accent in person. I'm like the biggest Hasan fan. I'm here to reach you.
Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you.
You want to take a photo?
I'll take a photo.
Okay.
What's with the beef with Sh0eOnHead?
I don't know. Is there a beef with Sh0eOnHead?
Yeah.
I'm not very familiar with the work, but hey, nice to meet you, man. Nice to meet you. Have a good one. Thank you so much.
So, he was joking? The guy was very clearly autistic and very clearly joking. Are we going to use this to just like, you see that? This guy said something weird and he said, hello, Asmongold viewer here. I'm now going to troll you. What's with your beef on Sh0eOnHead? Nice to meet you. What did you want this guy to do? Obviously, he was joking. You like, hey, yeah, this guy proved my point because you didn't come up to me and stab me. Yeah, nobody stands on business here. Like, what did you want him to do? And obviously, he was clearly a fan of you. Nobody goes up to another guy and says, Asmongold fan, time to troll. Good Lord, bro.
Sorry, guys. Yes.
This is so embarrassing. This is so embarrassing.
It just doesn't ever work that way. You know what I mean? It like you think you're going to look smooth with it, right? Like you're.
Here's the other problem, man. I can never tell you what it's like to interact with a Hasan viewer. That's the issue, because I've never gone to the robot factory and I can't go meet the 12,000 bots that you have in your channel every single day. Like I've just never traveled there to meet him. Maybe Elon can take me there.
You're gonna be. You have this idea in your head that like you're gonna look awesome. I'm here, but then you come across like you're the internet troll. You know, I'm here to rage bait you. She's been posting about you, and these losers make that your problem. Yeah, that's one of the funnier aspects of this kind of stuff is that this beef is almost always one-sided, and like there will be like.
Hasan, it can't be one-sided. It can't be a one-sided beef if it originated from your statement and then you responded to that statement. First of all, she was critiquing your take, which is completely fine, right? Critiquing someone's take and explaining why it's wrong does not mean it's a beef whatsoever. But then you took it a step further and you said, yeah, well, no one should listen to your opinion because you're emo and I jerk off to your feet. It's like, all right. The only person who made it weird was you. And then Sh0eOnHead responded by just laughing at how much of a dumbass you were. And then you said she crashed out. All she did was laugh at how dumb you were for 30 minutes.
Maybe a 20-second mention on my half where I'm like, dude, really, you're gonna bring up Sh0eOnHead? What a ridiculous thing to do. We're doing political commentary here. Who gives a shit? And now that I've said that, she'll do like an hour-long video on it being like, he was so owned. He was so unbelievably owned.
He's so mad. He's so mad, and he's trying so hard to act like he did not get obliterated. I actually am curious. What does Hasanabi upload on his YouTube? Did he ever upload a response to that? Let's see. Man, 10,000 views in 3 hours. That's a little bit rough for a guy with 2 million subscribers as one of the largest political commentators on Twitch. Man, this guy's viewership is dog for his size. How many views does he get? Bro, me and Hasan nearly get the same amount of views on YouTube. What the? How is that even possible? How is that possible that me and Hasan nearly get identical views? There's no way. Because Asmongold gets 6 times the views that I do. That makes sense. How does Hasan? Nah, there's no way, bro. That's something about that doesn't add up. You view mog him overall pound for pound? That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, how in the f do I get near identical views to Hasan? Check Hasan and check Nuxanor? How the f do I get 8 times the viewers of Nuxanor? What? His videos bang. How am I getting 8 times the views? Am I bigger than I think? I mean, I guess he has 2 separate channels. I guess if you add them together, then it's like kind of like he's like kind of there. Interesting. Huh. You post so much? Yeah, maybe it's just because I post so much. Oh, well, hey, man. Somehow I'm getting 23 million views this month. I'll take it. I love that. You upload 5 videos? Yeah, sure. But, well, it's mainly like, it's more like 3 to 4 every day. 5 is a little bit too much. But, yeah. I ain't going to complain. You know what it probably is? It's probably my shorts. My shorts, for some reason, just do numbers, bro. Like, look at this. My shorts are ridiculous. 69K, 240K, 250K, 578,000, 400,000, 200,000, 150, 230, 176, 240, 68, 433. Like, bro, look at this. 17 million views, 10 million, 5 million, 4 million. Dude, even me and Sophia clip, almost nearly 1 million. That's crazy, bro. Dude, the other me and Sophia clip, 2.2 million. Ridiculous, man. God, I love my wife, soon-to-be wife. Let's keep going here.
And then all of these people.
I just need more to come to Rumble. Hey, if you're watching this, can you quit being a and just come to Rumble and chill with me here in the mornings? I stream before Asmon, so I know none of y'all are watching anything else. Quit being a and just come over to rumble.com/Tectone. Let's talk about it.
People are like, yes, you're destroying him, my queen. And it's so funny because it's like, okay, yeah, I've been thoroughly dismantled, my worldview destroyed. You've done it. It's such a funny, easy way to algo farm, and people still fall for it. Like, who's the one crashing out? The person who did a 20-second mention or the person who did an hour-long video off of that 20-second mention? This is a one-sided beef.
I'd like to remind you now that Hasan has now been talking about this for 4 to 5 days. This alone, talking about this, is 6 minutes. Sh0eOnHead made a 3-minute segment on him, and then she reacted to all of the clips of Hasan losing his mind, where she just got her best friend and just laughed at you for 30 minutes. And dismantled the arguments you threw at her, like her opinion's invalid because you jerked off to her feet and she's emo. Also, god damn, your head looks small today.
Yeah, I'm crashing out right now. Hasan is crashing out right now. You reacting to this is enough for them to...
I'm sorry, bro. He tries so hard to have a sexy voice by moaning after all of his words. It's so weird. And I would like to remind you, take away those glasses, and he looks retarded. Let's all just acknowledge
Call it a crash out? I know. They have used and abused the term crash out. I literally thought she...
I would agree. Crash out, that term is null and voided. It's like the word sweeper, grifter, crash out. They all mean nothing. I'll actually give Hasan that point. He's not really crashing out. He's more like chimping out.
Tired from the internet? Yeah. I have never really been like... someone who's kept up with whatever her politics are, but even I know, regardless of my knowledge.
So you never kept up with her politics, yet you know all of her politics, and you even directly call her out for changing her politics, even though you don't know her politics. This is what Hasan does, as he tries to act aloof and so unbothered when he's chronically online, and he just obsesses over all the people that oppose him. while trying so desperately hard to act like he doesn't care. It's truly pathetic.
For politics, even I know she changes her
There it is.
attitude with whichever way the algorithm swings.
There it is.
Who's the one falling for it? They're living off of you. I mean, that's fine. They can take a crumb. If they can make like a quick $1,000 video, good on them. You know, what are you gonna do?
Hey, what a good guy. Thank you, bro. Hey, keep it up, man. Keep it up. Because Hasan's retardation has been feeding families for generations, and it will continue to do so. Because nobody hates this guy more than anybody who has common sense and a brain that has cognitive function. It is very insane to see what I would consider one of the most evil men in the streaming industry, if not the most evil, vile creature on the internet. It's wild, bro. And it's crazy how many people support him. I want to remind you that when a terrorist who threw Molotov cocktails at the elderly was caught, his chat spammed heart emojis for the guy. So if you want to know what we're dealing with, it's that.
We got bigger fish to fry, right? What's more annoying to me is the fact that there are people who are like actively bludgeoning themselves in the head with this kind of insanely stupid bottom of the barrel commentary and think that they're actually feeding their minds with new information, right?
So where should we get the top shelf information, Hasan? Should we get it from you? Should we hear about terrorist organizations bombing schools and hospitals is actually a good thing? Let me know. I would love to know where that is. But we must discredit everything that opposes us and only glaze ourselves, of course.
They're not. They are deluding themselves into a world that does not exist.
Ah, I see.
But as long as they stay online, I guess it doesn't really matter. I make $1,000 or not, but it's like primary to make 14 to 12-year-olds feel like they're political. I know, but they grow out of it. This entire community is comprised of people who have, at one point in time, watched. This entire community has a ton of people that at one point in time had similar attitudes. Obviously, for their generation, it was different. You know what I mean? But maybe you watched a Ben Shapiro video and you got sucked into the right-wing pipeline. Maybe you watched Joe Rogan and then went over to Steven Crowder or something. And then you grew up. The real world.
I would really love to know, because he likes to villainize all of this thing as the right-wing pipeline. And to be fair, the term alt-right Nazi was very popular for a very long time. I would love to know what he thinks that these right-wingers are wrong about. Because I never see him address any of the information that he thinks is wrong. He just says he thinks it wrong, and then he never explains why. So I would love to know what ideals he thinks are wrong. Like, I would love for anybody, especially Hasan, to explain to me, how is ICE a bad thing? How is getting illegal immigrants out of our country a bad thing? And the thing is, he'll never engage with that rhetoric in any coherent sense, because anybody with a brain understands that people who are here illegally should get the f out.
Hit you in the face. And then maybe you were a little bit more intellectually curious and found yourselves more in a more mature mindset, looking for alternative explanations. So yeah, for a while, the only YouTube commentary was libertarian. Even if you were woke on social issues, they were all still libertarians. Yeah. YouTube commentary sphere has always been unbelievably slanted to the right. It's never really changed.
Brother, you would get demonetized and lose your entire career if you preach right-wing politics, because it was seen as like racist propaganda. What he is saying doesn't exist. There was even a time on the internet where if you didn't support trans lives and support transgenderism, you would lose all of your sponsors for being transphobic, aka pro-reality. Every day we watch another Hasan clip, and every day I can feel myself getting dumber, even entertaining his reality. Because I mean this genuinely. I don't go into all this Hasan footage waiting to like jump on him and prove him wrong. But it's like, can we just think about what he's saying for 5 seconds? And you realize he just lies over and over and over and over and over again. Because the truth makes him look like